Hey, this is Greg with Fit for Expedition, and guess who's with me? It's Ron of...
Ron Sees America. Hey, everybody.
Okay, so we stopped at this little exhibit here on Billy the Kid. Of course, this is the town, Lincoln, where he was, I don't know, a bad dude for some of his life, right?
Hey, Greg.
And hey, Ron.
That is. What are you doing here?
I'm here with Billy the Kid. And there's a picture of Billy the Kid. Probably. Although there's a lot of accounts that it may not even be Billy the Kid. Young Guns. Young Guns with Kiefer Sutherland and Lou Diamond Phillips. And,
I love that.
And Emilio Estevez. It's got some of the story. May be accurate, may not. Who knows?
How's the trip going so far?
It's going. It was going great, and then it's actually going fine now. Had to figure out what was wrong with the truck. And
What happened?
well, thought it was a mass flow air sensor when we left the hotel last night, or this morning, and because we actually stayed in the hotel last night, and cleaned that all up, tried to fix that. That wasn't it, and took it over to O'Reilly, and the guy put it on the computer and said it was the map sensor, which I didn't even know what the map sensor was until today. Did you? Or did you even know it existed?
Well, I've heard of it before, but I've never seen one and didn't know where it goes.
But we figured it out, and we put a new one in. I'm actually kind of proud of us. So this is the beautiful Hondo Valley. Welcome back. We are at the Cave Campground, just outside of the little town of Lincoln, more of like a little village. It has a lot of historic locations that, and some of them pertain to Billy the Kid, the outlaw. But I'm just getting my truck ready to head down there and go check things out. What do you guys do with your garbage? You know, usually you try to remember to take, if you see a dumpster or something, try to remember to take it and throw it in the dumpster. Maybe at a Walmart. But so far in New Mexico, I haven't seen very many trash cans at the Walmarts. I'm going to take this bag over here at the campground because I actually saw that there's some trash cans down here. And this is actually a rather large bag. May not fit in the can like that. I might have to break it up. But we're going to be checking out Lincoln, like I said, later on today. So stick around. Yeah, not going to fit in there. Wonder if this opens. Nope. So I'm going to have to break that up. We're the only ones out here. Just Ron Sees America and myself. We get to enjoy this area all by our lonesome. So I've been wanting to walk down here to this area. Oh, by the way, this campground's free. And it has bathrooms. There's a small little bathroom here. I don't know if there's any more spots down that road over there, but I know that there's just a few spots right here where we are. And they do have picnic tables. I wanted to go check this area out down here, see what is down. Almost looks like a creek, but I don't think it is. Find out when we get there. And I saw on the reviews on this place, somebody said it was primitive camping, but to me, primitive camping doesn't have any facilities, and this has bathrooms, so I wouldn't call this primitive camping. Plus, picnic tables, trash cans, bathrooms. That's not primitive. Well, there is a creek down there, but only when the water's running, I guess. It's basically just a wash. If I had more time, I'd probably climb up that hill right there. But we are trying to pack it up. As soon as we get out of Lincoln, maybe an hour or two, we're gonna have to head to the Gila Forest, and that's about, I think it's about 4.5 hours from here, maybe 4 hours, maybe less. I don't know. I haven't looked at the map. Something happened yesterday when we were in Roswell, New Mexico. Had well, I guess it was engine trouble, but it was actually just a sensor. It was a map sensor, and I had never done that before. And to do a map sensor, you actually have to take the cowling off the doghouse behind the engine, and the map sensor is in the very back of the engine. At least it's on the top, so it wasn't too bad. But as you can see, I haven't put everything back together again. Still working on it. We just didn't have time to put all this stuff back on. Ron helped me out with the work. In fact, he was the one that plugged it in. This part is actually the console. You can see where the cup holders are and stuff, and it actually goes right there. And the way I have it built, it's actually got my CB built into it and everything, so it's a little bit of work to put it back together again. That's the old map sensor. That's the one that came out. And I think it's probably been in there since the truck was made in 2003. But look at it seemed like they kind of rigged it to get it to stay. Like all the little, these have little lips that come down and they hold it in place in the engine compartment. But it looks like they did a little bit more to it. So we cleaned up the connectors. Also on the mass airflow sensor, we cleaned up the connectors with this mass airflow sensor cleaner that I picked up from O'Reilly Auto Parts. I think it probably helped. I mean, might as well do it. If you're gonna do it, you might as well do it right. We're still at the Cave Campground outside of Lincoln. And, well, almost forgot my iced tea jar. It's been pretty overcast, but it has made the tea. I put the hibiscus in. I have a filter that goes in the center. It's pretty cool. I just picked it up and I make it in a mason jar. So the filter fits in the middle of a mason jar. Theoretically, you could also brew apple cider in there or something like that. Could probably even brew beer, but it's only half a gallon, so it's not really worth it. Anyway, so I will pick that up before I go. You know, I make that tea and it's got like 1 caffeinated tea bag and, you know, 4 or 5 decaf tea bags, and then the hibiscus. You know, it's mostly green tea. That the color that you see there is actually mostly from the hibiscus. So this is how this works. You take the top off of the mason jar, which is a half-gallon mason jar, and then you can see it's got all the leftover stuff in there, the hibiscus and the tea bags and everything. So let's try and get rid of the excess liquid out of there. Dump it in the trash. Just made sure the refrigerator was all set. And I'll see you down the road in a little bit. Each of these camping spots comes with their own ramada, and then they also have pretty nice little fire pits that are built up. So we're now in the Lincoln historic district, and we're checking out places here. We're looking for the old Lincoln County Courthouse and a number of other places. This is actually the old Lincoln County Courthouse. It says Murphy Dolan Store, built 1874, as place of business and residence. But if you go up to the door here, it's old. It says Old Lincoln County Courthouse. But it says it's closed. I wonder what their hours are. Yeah, this is the thing I wanted to see. You know, always happens. It's crazy. So this is right here. This building served as the Murphy Dolan Store from 1873 to 1879, and the Lincoln County Courthouse from 1880 to 1913. I believe this is the courthouse where Billy the Kid was tried and jailed, and then he escaped. One of the good things about this area is they have signs describing every stop. Even though everything's closed, you can at least get some information here. Colonel Dudley's camping place. He camped a few yards away on July 19th, 1878, where U.S. troops from Fort Stanton, which is nearby, allegedly brought to protect lives and property. Their presence quickened Murphy party into firing into McSween's residence, sorry about that, and pillaging the Tunstall store. The Tunstall store is down that way. The opposite direction. This is another store. Montano store, Jose Montano Mercantile, from the late 1860s to 1885. But of course, closed. See if we can walk around the building a little bit though. See if there's anything to see. Now this has been fully restored. It does have old glass, the old style glass. You see the ripples in it. You can see how thick the walls are, the door casings and window casings. I mean, that's a good 15, 16 inches, maybe more. I'm looking in the window because they're closed. And this one, look at the door, they're all kind of crooked. If you look at those two doors, that's not an illusion from the camera, that's actually what they look like. Here's an original old school outhouse. Look at it, it's actually shag carpeted. That looks like the best asbestos actually on the wall, so don't want to mess with that. This building here was actually built by the Spanish to protect the town before it ever became Lincoln. The town was renamed at some point. Yeah, that's when this was built. I don't know if you can actually get in there. No. There's a gate inside the door. And right across the street from the Torreon, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, is this really nice church. Built in 1887. And I did a little research before we came here, and this church is still being used. I was gonna say today, but obviously not today, because everything's closed in this town. La Iglesia de San Juan Bautista was dedicated in 1887 and was restored by the New Mexico State Monuments in 1984. Let's check the door and just see. Nope. Some of the old buildings have been turned into bed and breakfast in the area. For instance, this one up here, the Dolan House, is bed and breakfast. Also says antiques and gifts, but it is also closed. And here's a plaque talking about this particular building. Took part in the LC War, Lincoln County War, on the Murphy side, and afterwards was conspicuous in county affairs. In later times, the building served as a hotel, the most familiar name being Bonito Inn. This is the Tunstall Store Museum. Definitely wanted to go in here, huh, Ron?
Yeah, but it's closed.
It's closed. Oh, well, you know what? Oh, it's closed all day on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Just so you guys know. Be careful of coming here on a Tuesday or Wednesday, because there will be nothing open. Zero. So this was erected by Tunstall and McSween in 1877, a focal point in Lincoln County War in which both partners were slain. Despite looting by Seven Rivers Group, building has continued as a store under Pioneer Merchants. And you can see the counter back there, which would have maybe had candy and cigars and possibly other things like that. Candy and cigars, those go together? Tobacco. Yeah, candy and tobacco. Perfect. Hey, was this window shot by Billy the Kid? You can get a peek inside the museum here and see some of the displays. Some wagons in the back there. Ron sees Lincoln County.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Just seeing the sights of Old West here in Lincoln, New Mexico.
But not seeing inside.
No,
seeing
because
outside
everything's closed on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Y'all keep that in mind if you're ever through here.
If you watch my channel much, or my Abandoned Southwest channel, my second channel, it's called the Abandoned Southwest, you see a lot of these kind of places that I explore. Looks like an old chicken coop back there. This one's got the adobe walls remaining for possibly another room there. Yeah, that was another room. Well, the rain is let up, and that's a good thing. Well, check this out. Public Lands Nature Trail. Right down this way. Ron's got his hiking flip-flops on. So look at somebody sat there in that chair not too long ago and just looked out. Got some picnic tables over here. I saw this over here. I wanted to check it out. Looks like another outhouse. And there's that shag carpet rears its ugly head again. This is a two-seater. Kind of a compact two-seater. We did see a snake, little tiny snake last night at the campground, but I don't know what kind of snake it was. What kind of snake was that last night, Ron?
I have no idea.
It was a snake in the grass. So we got a little bridge here. I'm not gonna go too far. Just scope it out a little bit. Right there though, you can see the water. It's pretty small, but it's nice. You know, it's always nice to check out the water. This is the trail. I think the trail just goes to here, down to the water, so I guess I did do the whole trail. Maybe not. Maybe when there's no water in there. Of course, it's been raining off and on, so we got water in there. It's very nice here. It's right around, I think around 70 degrees, maybe just a little bit lower. This is August. Site of Old Wortley Hotel in this Frontier House hostelry. So it's a hostel lodge judges during court terms, court's retainers. Here, Robert M. Olinger at table noon, April 28th, 1881, heard shooting from courthouse, rushed to his death at the hands of Billy the Kid, William H. Bonney. When we came in to the campground, we didn't even see this because we were in kind of a hurry to get here before it got dark. After my little snafu with the truck in Roswell, but this is the cave. Cave's closed. You have to get a permit, I think, to go down in there because they used to be open. You used to be able to just go down those steps and go in. Let's see if I can. Man, it's really fenced off good. See if I can get an angle. That's the best I can do. That's the cave. It's Fort Stanton Cave. It's been designated a registered natural landmark. So this campground went by two different names, and we were coming in and said Cave Campground, and then another sign down the road said Cave Canyon Campground. I guess it actually is Cave Canyon Campground. Well, we're getting ready to head on down the road to, well, actually we're gonna do a quick stop at Smoky Bear Park, and then that's here in New Mexico, just down the road about 5 miles. And then on to Truth or Consequences, and then the Gila National Forest. Stick with me, hope to see you soon. If you like this video, please subscribe. If you like the channel, please subscribe. If you like this particular video, give it a thumbs up, and hopefully I'll see you next time.